So today's message is a little different. So long story short, I had got off of social media. I explained that before because I was just giving people that I know just too much access, man. And it started to irritate me, man. These are people that have seen me progress along the way. And when people need something, you become the most inspirational, relatable person there is. But when people, we all fall on like hard times and things don't go as planned. When that happens, then they feel that they can shade you, start talking at you, right? Start accusing you of stuff. So I got off of there. But what I was doing, which was not the best ideas, I was doing long form videos on like Instagram and TikTok. And I know people wasn't watching them, but for me, it was kind of like a journal. So today the message would just kind of focus on that. But I'm also going to take you through my bicep, tricep, core circuit. Now, I've been doing circuits for, man, it has to be like 18 years. They're quick. I like that gas feeling, right? So I'll do, like today is bicep, tricep. I do my bicep movement, and then I'll do my tricep movement, and I'll do about 10 exercises, back to back to back to back. Setting aside if I record on that set. Usually it's around the third set because I got the best pump, and then I'll do some core stuff at the end of those movements, and I always do cardio every day. My cardio either consists of the stair stepper or a run. And then later on in the day, I'll do like a walk or something like that. I usually just go for 600 calories. Don't ask me why that's the magic number, but I like to put myself at a certain level of calories because it'll show me exactly what it is that I'm burning. It'll show me where I'm at in my deficit. So I strive for that, and that's what works for me. Circuits aren't ideal for everyone. They're not. Like it's probably more beneficial to rest more in between your sets for you, right? It's probably more beneficial to do more. I'm doing these exercises, and it's always rep-wise, 8 to 12 reps. If I can't get something more than 8 times, I ain't messing with it. I'm too old now. I'm in here by myself. I don't have a spotter. But let's just get started. And if it's something that you're interested in, say the video. You can you can keep it. I said it before, and I'll say it again. If you know anything about me, when it comes to like my lane, things that I think I should do for me in order to see, myself achieve my goals, because that's all it is, man. Unless you're somebody that's just caught up on comparing with somebody, I learned a lot about myself by just achieving whatever it is I set out to achieve. I learned that confidence comes from proof to myself. And if I'm able to overcome something and achieve it, those tools along the way, that discipline, that commitment, the willingness to do, I learned that. And then I'll use that for something else. But I also realized that I've been the same way for so long now to where if you want to see how people really feel about you, I mean people, I mean friends, family, associates, coworkers, whatever, be about that life. And people can't help themselves, man. Now, when it comes to fitness, because of the climate that we're in and the lack of ownership and accountability, people will openly tell you what they're not doing. Openly. They'll tell you that they're not waking up that early. I'm not eating like that. They'll tell you got to have balance. And by balance, sometimes people just mean you should be doing this, whatever it is that they're doing, in order for them to stand being around you. When in most cases, in my personal experience, that balance stuff was something I didn't need in the first place. I realized I don't need to drink. I don't need to eat bad. I need to wake up early because that's the best time for me to work out. And that's when you start realizing, man, who really supports what it is that you're doing. They'll tell you. They'll openly tell you. And then after they tell you, I ain't doing all that. That's when they start accusing you. You showing off. Must be nice. You lucky. Sucker, you just told me that you're not doing the very things that I'm doing to see the results. You know what I'm saying? But the honest truth is, I've learned a lot about myself over these years, man. My strengths, my weaknesses, how to try to turn the weaknesses into strengths, when to kind of tone it down, right, on the strengths because I'm doing too much, the excuses I was making for myself, how I used to procrastinate, who I was hanging around with, and if that was beneficial to what I was trying to do. And then I just realized, man, like, I don't want to be like everybody else. So I started doing things that I knew, most people weren't doing. There's a reason, even though I work in higher education, I don't need 10 degrees and I talk about that, but there is a reason that I got a doctorate because I wanted to prove to myself that it was possible. I barely graduated high school. I've said that before, like on Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that. I flunked out of college, Long Beach City College, when I first tried. And for the longest, I had a fixed mindset that something wasn't possible. And if I saw somebody doing something that I had deemed impossible, I ain't like that. So that's just one of the things that I do. I do a lot of cardio, yo. I do. I do my cardio during the week, and then I run out to the stairs, and I'm out there for like 2 hours. The goal is like 2,000 calories. Again, don't ask me why that's the magic number, but it is. I used to do 5,000 calories. Can you imagine? I would be in such a calorie deficit even if I had the worst cheat day. But that was just something that I did because I focus on doing things that I think will push me, that I think will better me. And folks don't like that. But truth be told, what I had realized was, a lot of people can't see themselves doing it, whatever it is. So you ain't supposed to either. And if they're in your vicinity, meaning if they're close to you, you guys probably are in the same circle, or y'all friendships, or y'all just family members that see each other all the time, they're gonna try to talk you off of that. And it's unfortunate because I think we all should want to do better in life. I got a lot of stuff I want to do, and life isn't perfect. But I work hard in order to see the goals that I have set for myself, man. And, most days I don't feel like doing it, dude. But I also don't want to be that person to where I got to give you my sob story. I got to tell you, day one, man, now I'm going to change and undo the damage that I did to myself. I don't like doing that stuff. So I get up every day and I work hard. And all you get with that, especially when it comes to fitness, is a bunch of people, man, what's your cycle? I just had somebody send me that. I don't take steroids or TRT. All I take is concrete creatine. And then the creatine, I eat steak every Sunday. I eat tuna every Saturday. It's creatine in that stuff. Our body makes myohydrate creatine. But we don't know that because we be so busy eating like a bear in the woods, right? Even my cheat day is controlled. That's why I tell all dudes that I still talk to, get in shape. Get in shape. And I'm not talking be somebody that you just work out. You still look the same. Start tweaking your diet. It don't matter what I have in here. The most important piece of workout equipment I have is in that kitchen. The refrigerator. That's one. the stove, the oven, the microwave. The kitchen is my gym before I come down here and work out, man. Because if I'm gonna be talking to you about anything fitness related, I want to look like I care about that. So get in shape. And by that, I just mean drop some body fat, man. Average body fat, you see it. And I'm lowballing it. It's probably 20%. I know it's more than that. But I'm just saying, man, drop the body fat. You will feel better. Your blood panels, when you go in and get your blood work done, will be better. Your clothes will fit better. You ain't got to be buying designer clothes and stuff like that when you're in shape. You can just buy like an Amazon tank top or whatever. I still like to dress fly, don't get me wrong, especially when I'm going to like work events and stuff like that. But when you're in shape, people can't question it. And then the only thing that happens is somebody going to accuse you of being on something. But the cool part about that is, even though I'm doing long form videos now on YouTube, I've been at this for so long, man. Go back and scroll. That's why I used to tell people when I was on social media. So those same things that people would get at you about, you doing too much cardio. Why are you eating like that? That's boring. You got to have balance. Those are the same things that people weren't doing. And they're mad because I was able to get the results, especially now I'm about to be 47 years old. But I guess the real question is, don't you want to see those results? Right? Don't you want to not have to get on social media, telling everybody day one, follow me on my journey? That's cool and all. A lot of people are inspired by that. That's why most people get way more engagement than I do, because the day one, and I'm just now starting out, will always get more love because it's relatable. But when you're on this stuff for a consistent amount of time, for years, that's when you're going to see the results. That's when you start feeling weird, like personally, to when you're not doing what you say you're going to do. I'm not just about to be eating whatever, man. I'm not. I be seeing people working out and on some of these workout videos, and they be eating Sour Patch Kids while they do. I'm not doing none of that. I'm too old for that, man. I'm good, man. But that's where we're at now, because everything is about trends. And I'm not a trendy person. I got stuff that I'm trying to do for me. I got goals. I have my own belief system. And when I'm sharing a message, I want people to believe my message. But the downside of that, the downside of being somebody that sticks to your goals, hell, the downside of just being lean is that people will come for you, man. They will. And unfortunately, some of these people are the ones that you thought was closest to you. I don't know a dude. I probably got like 5 close friends. But I don't know like the majority of people that I've come across over the years, a dude, another man that could just give the compliment and move on. It has to come with some shade. It has to come with a joke. And I play around a lot. But you got to be making some motion, man, if we're going to be out here talking about the same stuff all the time. If you're not about anything, it gets stale. I told you before, I got 10 degrees. Definitely not necessary, but I do. I never had the access to get cash instead of the degree because everything was provided through the military or like when I worked at National in employment incentives. But I had somebody that reached out about school the other day, somebody I've known for years, and he even spent the block with some hate stuff. I was like, man, you should do this, 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 and this. He was like, man, well, it probably was easy for you the way AI is. Nah, bro. My doctorate, I finished in 2022. I was conferred in 2023. That was before the AI boom. 2022. My 3 master's degrees, I got my first one while active duty in 2016. My second one, 2018. My last one, 2020. There was no AI. There was Grammarly. They probably were working on AI. But that's how people are, man. There has to be some type of shortcut or advantage that you have when you try to complete the things that you said you was going to do. They get weird, bro. And because I've always believed in being a giver, I would just accept that stuff, man. I would. I say I only got a handful of close friends, but they always used to be like, bro, why you? Because they would see in the comments, like on Facebook, some of our mutual friends, or maybe a family member have some shade to say, man, you gotta be on something, man. You doing all that. And they would like text me like, bro, why do you even deal with that? And in my head, and I rightfully so, I still think I'm wrong for taking this newer approach of just saying to a lot of people. But in my head, I'm like, you know what, man? They probably going through some stuff. I got them, I'll help them out. Which I'll still help people. I'll still give you the link. I still post the workout videos. I still got the message. It's just on YouTube. I don't give, a lot of these other folks access like that. But I'm sitting here allowing these folks to come at me like foul because I want it to be better. Because I said, you know what, man? I'm going to start keeping promises to myself. I don't do that no more. Because I get one life. I get one go at these goals that I said I'm going to do. Well, no, you get more than one go. But when you achieve the things that you said you was about to achieve, at the very least, you feel better about yourself when it comes time to pursue the next thing. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. But that's life. I can't even imagine having that mindset. Thinking something is so impossible that the reason I see somebody doing something is because they got this advantage, or they lucky, or they must be on something. Nah, I've been at this for a long time, man. I know, setting aside those people that got those rare medical issues going on, maybe a hyperthyroid, maybe if you're a female, you got the PCOS or whatever, that just means you got to work harder. But at the end of the day, a lot of these cats ain't eating right. They're not eating right. They're not getting their body weight in protein. A lot of them ain't even really working out like that, man. You know how many people I see with garage gyms and basement gyms, they just collecting stuff. Ain't touched nothing in there. Getting the newest stuff. Everything in here gets play. Everything. So I always tell people, man, you got to start believing in yourself. You got to start doing those things that you said you was going to do. And you start to see a separation. And it is like you start to see it. And then what happens is you get placed in that pot of, they will categorize you of just showing. I never thought that I would see that. To when you make a declaration to yourself to try to do better, that people will have an issue with that. I still don't understand it. And I used to be one of the biggest haters around, dude. But I know why I did it. And I think that's why it's hard for me to understand. I knew I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was harming myself with that alcohol, that crap food, running them streets, man. And I'm mad at everybody else because I didn't want to change. And now that I've changed, I see it. Man, old me and who I am now, we wouldn't even be in the same room. Because old me would definitely have a problem with who I am now and who I'm striving to be. And honestly, that leads to exactly why I do the things the way that I do them. People ain't doing it. They're not. And it's not that I'm showing off. But if I know that whatever percent of the population has a doctorate, and education doesn't have to be your thing. I get tired of defending that, and I work in that career field, right? But if I know that only a small percentage of the population was able to stick through that, 50% of the people that start their doctorate degree don't even finish it. There's a lot of ABDs rolling around here, and there's nothing wrong with that. Go back and finish that thing. But if I was able to learn that about myself, somebody that barely graduated high school, that flunked out of college, that I can come back and complete a terminal degree, don't you think I can eat right? Don't you think I can get some abs in my 40s? I'm telling you, man, people don't understand that stuff because we so busy just being on social media, comparing ourselves to somebody else, mad because we didn't do something. Or the worst one is when you don't take advantage of something that you know you should have taken advantage of, like military education, you mad. And because I am the way that I am, man, I got zero regrets with how I am, man. If we cool, you're gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna have to deal with I don't drink. The fact that I don't drink. You're gonna have to deal with I don't smoke. I'm not about to be stand up all late and running the streets with you. I'm not about to condone you if you're married or you got a girlfriend, fellas, and you out here running them. I'm not about to condone none of that. Because I got a kid. Like, that's a disrespect the household type stuff, man. Lust is another type of addiction people have. And then we be on this thing, man. This goes completely against guy code. Man, it's just primal instinct. Now, I ain't about to disrespect my household, man. My old lady has been like my day one since we met 13 years ago. She used to edit my papers for my first 2 bachelors and my first 2 masters, man. Supported everything that I did. Even you see some of these garage gym reviewers and they be like, man, I had to ask the wife. I ain't asking for nothing in here because she knows that about me, man. So nah, when you start doing that stuff, dude, people just gonna have to deal with it because you want to be better than you. Nah, man. I ain't about to let nobody sway me from doing what I know that's gonna benefit me in the long run. That was the reason I didn't do a lot of stuff early on. Listening to folk. Listening to folk give me advice on what I should do at the military. We both standing in quarters in the military together. We in parade rest, man. You should do this. I had to stop, man. So that's the circuit. I'm gonna do some abs. Pretty sure y'all don't want to see that. For abs, I just do like the ab roller, hanging leg raises. I've been doing these decline curls, and I do like some stuff for the obliques, man. Cause when I put on weight, man, it comes around my midgular area and right here. So yeah, message of the day, man. Stop letting people dictate your next move in life, especially when you know it's something you're supposed to be doing, man. A lot of people just want you down there with them. You make no progress doing that. So if they got a problem with your confidence, you've already proved to yourself that whatever it is possible. Have a great day.